Hey booktubers, it's Ashley at Bookish Realm, and I am here with a top 5 Wednesday video, which I actually have not done in a long time. So I'm really excited to do this. If you guys did not know, Top 5 Wednesday is hosted by Lainey over at Ginger Reads Lainey, and I will put the link to her channel down below. Top 5 Wednesday is something that she hosts every week, and each week is a different theme, and you pick top 5 books that are related to that theme. This week's theme is your top 5 time travel books. Now, when I looked at this topic, I was kind of like, dang, I have not read as many time travel books as I would have liked, but there are a lot of time travel books that I would like to read. So instead of doing the top 5 time travel books that I have read, I have decided to do top 5 time travel books that I would like to read. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. The first book on my list is Dragonfly Amber by Diana Gabaldon. This is the second book in the Outlander series. As you guys know, last year I read Outlander and absolutely loved it. I started Dragonfly Amber, but I did not get the opportunity to finish it last year. And this series is one of the series that I wanted to continue with in 2016. It is the story of Claire and Jamie, and she gets transported back into 18th century Scotland. Extremely fascinating story, historical fiction, romance, and time travel all mixed into one. The next book that I have on my list here is The Glass Sentence, and if you guys have never seen this cover before, it's absolutely gorgeous. It's like this transparent cover, and then underneath is this gorgeous cover. It is beautiful. Absolutely love it. Unfortunately, the second book I don't believe has as nice of a cover, but it was great for the first book. So The Glass Sentence by S.E. Grove is a time travel book that is very, very interesting. It is about a main character. She's a young girl. She lives with her uncle, I believe, and he is a cartographer, and he ends up getting kidnapped, and she has to leave the city of Boston to go looking for her uncle. And what's interesting about this is that the time travel takes place in between continents. So every time you leave a continent, it is a completely different time period. So you could have one continent that is in the 1700s and another one that is like 2065. I am extremely excited to pick this up. I haven't really seen a lot of this on BookTube, but I definitely want to get to this year. The next book on my list here, or more so graphic novel that I have that is included in time travel, it's not specifically around time travel, but it does have some time travel elements, and this is the 6th volume of Lock and Key, Alpha and Omega. I have read 1 through 5 and I absolutely love them. I just recently got this copy, and I probably will be reading it this month to go ahead and close out my love of the Lock and Key graphic novel series, since it is only 6 volumes. If you guys did not know, Lock and Key is a horror based graphic novel series by Joe Hill and illustrated by Gabriel Rodriguez. It's about this family that goes to this house, and in this house are a series of keys, and these keys all do different things, from opening up your head to changing your gender, and one specific key that is a time travel key. So I saw a lot of that in the 5th volume, and I'm sure that key will play a role in this volume as well. The next book that I have here is on my Kindle, and it is The Time Machine by H.G. Wells. I have seen the movie several times. The movie, I think that was made in like the early 2000s, and it was absolutely great. It's about this guy who makes a time machine because his fiance ends up getting killed, and he kind of obsesses over the fact of trying to go back and change the events that occurred, and then he ends up moving forward into a time that he's not really familiar with. But I've heard great things about this. The movie was absolutely excellent, and I think it's time that I read a classic by H.G. Wells anyway. The next book that I have here on my Kindle that is time travel based is Dune by Carrie Corp and Lori Langdon. This takes place in Scotland as well, and a lot of times I've heard this described as the Outlander for the young adult crowd. I'm really excited to read this. I know some people who really like it. I know Sasha really loves it, and then there's some people who really don't like it, but it's the tale of these 2 girls who end up spending the summer in Scotland, and they're following the instructions of one of the girl's great aunts, and then they end up traveling through time in a world that's kind of like fairy tale-esque, and it just seems like it has a lot of wonderful elements, so I definitely can't wait to pick it up. Alright guys, so that is it for my top 5 Wednesday. Below, let me know what are some of your favorite time travel books. I'm not really too familiar with a lot of time travel books, so if you could, maybe leave some suggestions down below. I would really appreciate it. As always, if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more content from me, make sure you click the subscribe button. I try to upload videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I hope you guys have a wonderful day.